Unit 4, Exercise 10. Reading text. Britain's favourite meal. Fish and chips.
The Portuguese gave us fried fish. The Belgians invented chips. Then, 150 years ago, the British put them together to create fish and chips. Today, Britain has 10,500 fish and chip shops, which earn over £650 million a year. This multi-million-pound industry grew from small beginnings.
How it all began.
150 years ago, on the streets of the East End of London, a 13-year-old boy called Joseph Marlin had the bright idea of combining fried fish with chips. Joseph's family were poor, so they began frying chips in a downstairs room of their house to increase the family income. Nearby was a fried fish shop, and Joseph put some fried fish with his chips and walked the streets. He sold the fish and chips from a tray which hung round his neck. It was a great success. Joseph opened a shop, the first fish and chip shop. Fish and chips became a favourite with many poor people. They were tasty, cheap, and quick. Charles Dickens, the famous Victorian novelist, wrote about fried fish warehouses in his book Oliver Twist.
The dispute.
However, there is a dispute about how the dish began. In the north of England, many people don't believe Joseph Marlin's story. They say a man called John Lees began selling fish and chips in a market in Mossley, Lancashire, in 1863. Today, there is a plaque there in his honour. Whatever the truth, the dish became extremely popular. By 1910, there were more than 25,000 shops across the country and over 35,000 by the 1920s. In 1931, Harry Ramsden from Yorkshire opened a fish and chip palace, modelled on the Ritz Hotel in London. It is still the biggest fish and chip shop in the world.
Fish and chips today.
Nowadays, other kinds of fast food such as burgers, kebabs and pizzas all outsell fish and chips. However, in Paris, France, le fish and chips is becoming the chic new meal. It often appears on menus in fashionable restaurants. People love them for lunch or supper, says Chef Olivier Dupalt.